And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. This is the fourth part of the stream where we started on, well, updated the game to release candidate 19. This run was started on release candidate 6. This may be the last part where we're on release candidate 19 because they've been pretty aggressive at updating the experimental patch that we've been playing on. I have realized that we didn't find... Okay, let's send you to go track down some servants before we lose track of the servants. Do like to keep tabs on the servants and get keep a counselor turned from them. Let's confirm assignments, let some time pass. We're about to have the automated fission outpost kit, so we'll start getting colony ships ready to go.
Offering support. Offering counsel.
There we go. That done. I was tempted to do improved maintenance or in-situ resource utilization. I'm going to delay on both of those, and instead we're going to get the particle cannons going. The particle lances going. And of course we want to design one of these colony ships. So ship designer, this is definitely going to be a colony ship. Inter-system colony ship, let's say. On probably gunship hull to make it nice and light. Grid drive, current power plant, radiator, and we want an automated fission outpost kit. Because I think for a lot of these ones where it's just going to be a body where all it is a mine, the automated outposts work perfectly fine for that. We got 2 utility slots. I think really that's all we need. We're going to keep it nice and light. We got a nose slot. We'll slap an ion cannon in it. It probably wouldn't be able to defend itself if it actually did come to fighting. And we'll slap some basic armor on it, but I'm not even going to give it, because it needs armor designation, I'm not even going to give it any real armor thickness. It probably is going to want like about 60 kps to get there and back. Let's actually say designate a hypothetical asteroid for it to be going out to. Low there. So yeah, we're looking like 40 Delta V, and we need to be able to go there and back on that for this ship. $58 weeks. Does giving it more engine make it better? Does make it better, because it's going to basically accelerate faster here. Getting it down to 31 weeks. That's not too bad for a there and a back. That might actually be burning the full set of fuel. Yeah, that would be burning the full set of fuel, but that's not too bad. That's like 40 weeks. Anyway, all this is going to be doing is delivering 1 automated fission outpost kit, which adds quite a bit of weight. So we're not, say, going to toss the next one on. So we could do a fission, a non-automated one. So the non-automated one's lighter, but no, we're going to stick to the automated one. So yeah, we're going to design the black fin. I suppose we can come in and take the black fin. Oh, we saved this duplicate name with a different ship. That's fine. Let's do a different name for this one. This is going to be the variant, and this is obviously not going to be a valid refit. Oh, it is a valid refit, but just the regular fission outpost, which is a little bit lighter, so we can get away with less fuel to do the same sort of burn. And this is actually faster. So if we wanted it there quicker, we we could run with humans on board instead of the automated one. Not quite sure I'm on board with doing that yet, but we could do that. We'll save that design. Okay. So then we need to build some of those. Okay, that's the black fin that shoots. It's not the one we're looking for. We're looking for that one. There we go. On a division outpost kit. I suppose we could build these at Mars. Right, so we got two Mars, L1, and then Earth, L1. So that'll give us 3 colony ships in 57 days. That's one advantage of the gunships. They build real fast. Not particularly useful for fighting, but for colonizing like this, where we just need something that can fly decently quickly, they work. Oh, apparently we're just over the control cap.
Person of interest surveilled.
Conflict in space doesn't have an exact analog in terrestrial warfare, although our instructors keep trying to explain it like it does. Armored warfare where the tanks are all sliding around on ice? A submarine engagement with nowhere to hide? Air combat where there's no gravity to overcome or air to bank against? Trying to come up with a universal metaphor will lead to wrong assumptions and broken ships. Teach the physics and the decision sets they imply.
Our crews can handle it.
Commander.
So we can decide what go after space navies there, and I think our space future is the way we're going to go. That is the prerequisite for colony habs and ring habs, which is what we want. I'm going to move to tier 3 stuff.
Things are cooling off.
Order is returning.
Okay, space medical centers are done. We're going to follow that up with in situ resource utilization, and we'll probably follow that one up with the maintenance procedures. I'll probably grab command or persuasion or something to get us back over the cap for the moment. So for example, what are you saving it for? You could save it for Pathmaster, but we're not desperate for that. Whereas it just give you persuasion. We'd have our immediate problem solved, yeah. You're saving up for 40 for the project director, so a couple council cycles out for you. Same thing here, you're saving up for 40, although in this case it's senior astronomer. Could trade a 1 for 2, but we're at the org cap, so he's actually at the point where it comes down to sort of org efficacy rather than size value. So this wouldn't necessarily be much better. Right, these ones are... The US Special Forces are giving good ops. Right now we are getting all the ops from orgs. And then we're holding onto these because we want mission control, not necessarily because we want... Or the percentile bonus to mission control. Not because we want the flat mission control. Although, we are somewhat benefiting from that flat mission control. Assignments, let time pass. Waiting for our ships to build. Waiting for particle lands to be developed.
I will help them.
Lending my expertise.
Surveillance complete.
Oh, I should have said that if ever. Although I've been less interested
Violence is
in
abating.
fleets that aren't universally the same. They can be a little bit tedious to use sometimes.
Things are stabilizing. Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you've done enough investigate on them to figure out whether or not it would be viable to influence them. It really isn't. That one is not the best target for that. But that case means we're now into full unknown territory. We didn't follow up it quickly enough. Just follow up with someone else then.
Investigating target. Ready.
Here's signing up for 40. You probably want to grab investigate, although it's maybe a little tempting to grab persuasion on you, but we're going to grab investigate, or not investigate, espionage, so we can make you a little still here. Here's signing up for 40. Into this council is likely we're going to detach one
Offering assistance.
small ship to delay the surveillance. Going to surveillance and will finish in March.
I have new
We don't want that to
information.
happen. Academy. I don't really need to turn to Academy, remember. In situ research utilization done. Okay. Improved maintenance procedures. This will make HAB accidents most likely. Commercial rocket companies. If you rush for this early, you could do commercial rocket companies to get more boost. This is a repeatable, right? So every time you do this, it basically gives you. I'll close it. I think we have a couple of them around to show you. Basically gives you a better version of this. I think this die roll was actually glitched on the income here, and it's supposed to be, I think, like somewhere between 1 and 1.75. So this is a uniquely bad one. I don't think they're supposed to be this bad. Granted, we were doing that because, you know, at the time, that was real early game. That was all our boost. That's not
Things
bad
are
for an early boost
stabilizing.
number. It's just not good enough at this point.
Things are cooling off. Public opinion is moving in our direction.
There's direct energy launch system, so for the moment I think that's all the boosting I get. Let's finish up targeting computer 3, because all combat ships ideally probably want targeting computer 3 on them. And then India 1, split off one ship, and confirm the split. And then you are going to go after Romeo, or not Romeo, Victor 6, who will finish surveillance at the end of March, well, the beginning of March, so we don't want them to even make that swing. Victor 113 is June, so we can wait a little bit closer for them. We're just going to send one ship. They're not going to run away from one ship. And this is one of the really old ships, so we're basically just sacrificing a ship to buy us more time.
Initiating surveillance.
Where to? We'll make things safe.
Lending my expertise.
I will help them.
Nuclear attack underway. Mexico under command or under control of Project Exodus is launching a nuclear attack on its enemies in Mexico City. If someone was invading Mexico, Mexico is nuclear armed, so they get nuked. Resistance control. Was that resistance controlled EU? Yeah, invading Mexico. Bombs be dropped. We're engaging. Both sides are willing to fight. We're just gonna auto-resolve. Because we're not expecting them to win. And that will have delayed them to August. So the other one is in June, I remember. June, yeah, so January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, so we want to hit them in May. So when it rolls around to May, we probably want to hit them and delay them. And we'll just slowly deplete the old original fleet. I say original fleet. This is the rebuilt original fleet. One ship at a time, just to buy us like a year or two. And by then we should be ready to test out the particle lances. That's the Academy. Again, don't really need to turn to Academy, remember.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating. The people will come to our side.
Have module complete. And Luna. Okay, so that's the upgrades. I think that's the upgrades to a lot of the things we just did. Although maybe not all of them. The operations under here. Oh, the operations center take an extra long to build. That's fair. Okay. So we've got a bunch of colony ships ready to go. So, prospecting. Based on volatiles. Mary's Crater. We'll send Sun Earth 1 to Mary's Crater. If we burn it straight there, they'll be there in 25 weeks. Max burn. We wanted to presumably save about half its fuel, so, you know, we can get back. It's going to take 50. It's basically going to take a year to get here. But this is a pretty nice volatile spot. That'll be fine. Off you go. Next prospecting spot. Knickerbocker's Labyrinthus. And again, we want to save about half the fuel so we can get back. A little bit better than 50 weeks. It's 45. Here we go. And we'll send the last one over to here. And again, we want to only spend about half the fuel. Okay, 49. Again, for what these are, that's pretty good. Honestly, I probably, other than sending the putting automated ones on everything. We could have probably done that a little bit earlier if we really were aiming for that. But yeah, they're going to fly out. They're going to do that thing. We're going to get 3 new HABs, 3 new automated HABs. They can then fly back. It's going to take about the same amount of time to fly back. Refuel, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, until they get blown up or we don't need them to do that anymore.
Ready for orders. We'll see what they're up to.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
Meritorious performance. So the first lieutenant is promoted once again.
I have new information.
There's another servants guy. That's good. That's what we've been looking for.
Violence is abating.
Order is returning.
Okay, Saudi Arabia is peaceful enough for the moment.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We don't know why they're coming, so we'll send an alarm. Presumably they're coming to surveil, but there really isn't anything for them to surveil at this point, so...
At your service.
Well, there's only supposed to be 2 surveillance ships unless they change the balance, so... all the surveillance ships are accounted for.
We'll make our appeal.
Do you... Oh no, you're already just Ben. What do you have for command? You do have stabilize and increase in risk. Let's start raising your command. I think we've got enough persuasion, at least enough good persuasion people that we are not desperate for higher persuasion. And you've got the 40, so you can pick up the project director. Oh, and that even goes up again. Now that we need you to take it up again. You've got space. I'm not sure what I want to use that space for right now. Just you've got a space. Okay. And you're still saying it with that 40. Okay. Confirm and advance.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
Person of interest surveyed.
Oh, that was another 17. Okay, that's not gonna work. 17. We haven't picked up the tech products that allow us to do extra investment from an influence standpoint, so 17's a little
Cooling off.
hard to convert.
We've moved the needle. The people will come to our side.
What's the op? Eyes on target.
I'm here.
Anyway, you get a lot of bonuses to stabilize missions. The nation really likes you.
We'll turn down the heat.
China is surprisingly unstable and surprisingly not on board with our world
Standing
events
by
right
for
now.
orders. We'll restore peace to this nation. Ready to go. I will try to sway the public.
Okay, let's try to fix China. China is going off the rails for whatever reason. Low cohesion, low GDP, and right now all its armies are probably in India trying to kill the xenoforms over there. Okay. Okay, and what are you up to? Or they're just floating there, menacingly.
Offering assistance.
Improve maintenance protocols. Can pick up the various different types of kits. And I probably want the advanced prospecting surveys, don't I? Ah, yeah, okay, I knew that was a text somewhere. Didn't realize what it was behind. Okay. That'll be quick.
Surveillance complete.
Yep, they're just sitting up there, menacingly, with their 4 ships.
Violence is abating.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay. The nanofactory, if everything else is done, should be providing some money, so that's a good thing. So we're seeing some more money. Yeah, effectively making 8 net money here. So this is one of the few habs that's actually making us money at the moment.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The situation remains chaotic.
Oof. Roll the nat 0, basically. Although this is the wrong direction, right? In this game, it's a nat 100 is bad, instead of nat 0 is good. Or instead of nat 0 being bad. Other games, it's nat 0 is bad. Although, I suppose nat 0 and the 100 on the D100 in most dice roll games is technically the 100. It's the... because it's only got zeros on the double D10 you roll, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that for the moment. Communication hub, yeah. You're saving for 40. Okay. Nothing to do yet. Confirm. Let some time pass.
I will help them.
We've got some intel on our target.
Okay. So I'll probably turn a member of the Protectorate. You generally want to turn the pro-alien counselors, so you can have an idea what they're doing.
Order is returning.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, you've resupplied. So, we now have India 18 here. India 18 has the ability to take halves. So, whose halves are we nicking today? I apparently have the majority of the halves. Yeah, okay. There is one Protectorate hab here. We could take that place. And then proceed to upgrade it. Is there openings in the hab? There's just an open lower hab. Okay. Okay, we're still gonna launch this guy. I'm gonna nick the Protectorate's one.
I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
That this was the station I was engaging. Whoops. Don't necessarily want to engage the Protectorate fleet with India 18. There's where we want to go.
Offering counsel.
I have new information.
There we go. Okay, 18 has arrived. Do I need to actually... It has some point defense, doesn't it? It does, okay. So I'm actually going to have to engage it. So hopefully we brought enough missiles. They may be obsolete, but we're dumping the missiles at them. Apparently the game decided we needed all but one of the missile shot. Oh, there goes shooting the last one. This is either excessive overkill or our ships are about to have a very bad day. Oh, I don't think... we may not have brought enough missiles. Nope. Maybe didn't account for a defended station, yes. Okay. I'll just take the empty spot then. So we can turn boost into money. What I think we're going to be building intentionally is not that option. We're going to go with the broadcast outlet, get the public campaign bonus, and the influence bonus. Okay. And then we'll build another solar array and a LDA to keep it from getting attacked. And then when we research the broadcast outlet upgrade, we'll upgrade 5 of them and replace 4 of them with something else. Yeah.
We've turned them to our cause.
I work for you now.
Of course, I just finished the communication. I could have waited just a bit and it would have been better. Only be built in stations and not service bases. Okay. Is the hospital like... No, I don't think the hospital's limited at all. Okay, I'm going to start getting back on the xenoscience. Because I don't think the texts that I've been looking for have popped up yet. Which are the ones that reduce the... well, raise the hate cap, basically. Let's go to the new nanofactory, okay.
Things are stabilizing.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Things are stabilizing.
So there's the particle lance. So let's... well, we've got to pick something else to replace it first. And then we gotta... Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to design some ships that use them. We're going to try building those ships. We'll see if we can get them done to test them this episode. That makes sense, because we're doing a lot of mission control right now. Or do need to do a bunch of mission control. Although that sort of conflicts with the targeting computers, we'll come back to that. Targeting computers. You know, let's get the Gulf Cooperation Council and we can merge the 3 Gulf nations into one. Give up some control points. Nope, that was a space battle from one of the factions. Presumably it wasn't a very long fight. Time to break off another one from India 1. This one's not going to go after Victor 6, this is going to go after Victor 13. And then spaceship design, here we come. Suppose we're going to adjust the sample transfer. This is going to be a planetary defense ship. So intermediate air abort to low is what we're working with. And I suppose this is actually an upgrade over the destroyer, right? Kiyoshi? No, not the Kiyoshi. Oh no, yes, the Kiyoshi. This has got an ion cannon, so replacing the ion cannon with the particle lance, electron lance. So you're getting 800 kilometer targeting range on this particle lance. And we'll put on attack mode. Usually that focus fires on whenever you're shooting. But you in the defense, you in missile attack mode. I'm actually turning you to idle. We're going to basically save the missiles here, or the torpedoes here, until after the particle lance blows things, disables things. And yeah, this gets where it needs to go in 4 hours, so it should mostly work. This isn't too expensive. It's not necessarily cheap, because we're going to be building like 6 of these, or 8 of these at a time, right? So 800 metal. We got 1.2k, so yeah, definitely not a lot of metal sitting around. May want to expand the metal production then. Okay. And we got enough water and volatiles. Now, I suppose if we just want metal, we can nick that off of Mars pretty easily. Okay. We'll actually give this the default name here. Yeah, that works. Save design. And then ship construction, we're gonna queue up a bunch of those. Nearest shipyards. 200 days, we're probably not gonna get to 200 days, so we're probably not gonna get to test these out. Thinking about the cost on metal, we probably want to get some more. Was those gunships that I was using? No, escorts. Probably want to get a couple of these so we can go take over some Mars mines. And there's basically all our metal. So we need to save up some more metal before we can get up to much more chaos than that.
We must persuade the people.
Ready to go. Surveilling target.
Okay, that one coming to low Earth orbit.
Offering support.
We're going to engage. We're going to auto-resolve. Accept the results because that's what our expected result was. And this has, in theory, delayed them. Let's see that 13. I think we can work 13. Yeah, delayed them out to November. So Victor 6 is the next one, that's August. So we can wait until September to send another suicidal ship to delay them more. Flooding. When it rains it pours, but since I'm making it on my head to try to mitigate it a bit, please.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are cooling off.
We've moved the needle.
Violence is abating.
Okay, let's try to turn this counselor. 78%. That's
I'll make an offer they can't
reasonable-ish.
refuse.
Anyway, we're starting to get China back under big control. I think it was a combination of the cohesion being low and me not public campaigning in there, so our public opinion dropped, making China a little unstable. And you're specifically saving up for 40 for the astronomer.
Offering assistance.
We've gained an agent.
I'm ready to sabotage the mission.
Okay, so a lot of those broadcast centers are now done, so that's going to make it easier to rapidly public campaign up places. Let's do that instead of the Gulf one for the moment. Advanced processing surveys, yeah, that'll be done pretty quickly. And with 10% more off Earth resources are going to be useful, seeing as we're almost
We've
out.
moved the needle.
Order is returning.
They're pending arrival.
The people will come to our side.
We were unable to increase security.
Sir Francis Drake didn't defeat the Spanish Armada by building even bigger ships. He won by overwhelming them with smaller, lighter boats. It is as true today as it was in 1588. If your ship is too slow to turn, you're doomed. Colonel Hans Castillo, personal correspondence during the Salvadoran Civil War.
Okay. So they've gone on to rival culture, which we do want at some point, because that's Tier 3 Media Center. Although we probably want our Space Future done first. And the Tier 3 Habs to put the thing on, but eventually we want that. Mighty Machine is cyborging, although we're not really in a position where we can afford cyborging yet. Could I take control of that? Keep control of all the science? Yes. Okay, we'll just take control of all the science choices going forward. Or at least attempt to. There we go. Wasn't expecting people to do that. Okay. You've made me agree. You've got it. You have it. Have fun.
Investigating alien site.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, and of course, China's authoritarian, so letting the Chinese armies leave China has caused it to have more unrest problems because the Chinese armies were stabilizing the country. That's fair. They've arrived at Earth. They're transferring to the Blue Ridge Station in low Earth. So apparently humanity first is pissed off the aliens. They're about to have retaliation come in. And you're doing a rapid landing, so you're just escorting in a new alien.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Violence is abating.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
Recon complete.
Criminal favors. Okay, so ideally we don't want one where we have a failure. So that's 29% failure, 36% failure, 36% failure. This one, you lose up to 3 of the non-unique orgs, or he will die, which, don't do the first one. Criminal favors. Mike Mudget was supposed to be done with his life, yet as the polite man with a goatee sitting across the table from him calmly explains, it is not as simple as that. He has accumulated certain debts and expectations in the underworld, and simply working the initiative now has not changed that. Nevertheless, it won't be anything too big, nothing to worry about, just a small favor for old time's sake. We'll agree to carry out a daring heist to steal something very valuable. Worst case scenario, he gets arrested for 4 turns. And of course, we got the arrested for 4 turns. So we got some problems. Where else do I have control? Honduras, okay. And Ecuador, okay. A little bit in Burkina Faso, okay. And of course, every place I'm abandoning is making it more, is increasing, well, not necessarily increasing costs, it's losing us income. That it? Am I down to the point where I've just got like Singapore left? It's not cracked down. Haiti. Yeah, Haiti's the only other place I want to crack down on. Okay. Now, I haven't set these to auto-renew. If we still control these for council actions later, when he comes off of arrest, we'll let those all come back into the fold. Okay, I got 5.9 boost, so we should probably go up to some of the Earth habs. Okay, this one doesn't have a hadn't been known to upgrade. So I was thinking about building and upgrading. Space is 5 power. Okay, so we're going to do something similar here, but this is going to be something related. You're going to become a LDA. So we're going to lose a little bit of science, but you're going to get a little bit more protection. You have an admin module that we can upgrade. So let's do that. So this is going to cause it to jump from 4 control points to 8, or to 12 control points. So it's going to be a bonus of 8 plus 1 mission control. Although it's going to increase the money upkeep cost as well. Oh, in the short term, it also lowering our control points because it doesn't supply any when it's upgrading, apparently. Okay. So in something like 60 days, we'll have a lot more control point cap. Oh, I need to keep these guys missions as well. You keep following up the alien activity
We'll see what we can find.
in your
Reporting
country.
Offering counsel.
Yeah, so you're operational. Tempting to maybe upgrade to this, although we're low on metal, so we're taking quick build modules off. How much does this cost metal-wise to build? About 6 metal, so it's pretty cheap to upgrade, okay. Again, this is very much an upgrade 4 of them, and then as time and space allows, start replacing things with other things. Okay. Okay, so we got enough power to power everything. Broadcast, okay. That was 5, 6, we still got 3 more we can replace. I don't have the boost, because we just spent... Well, actually, no, I do have the boost. I could put replace one with an admin tower. Admin tower farm... Let's try admin tower farm. See how that looks. Yeah, okay. And that'll be enough power, so that'll work. We'll be a little close on the boost, but that'll be fine. And turn the influence cost, basically had it barely operational for any amount of time and then turn it back off again.
The people will come to our side.
Things are stabilizing.
Our case remains unheard.
There we go, 10% more off earth mining. A little bit tempting to follow it up with the shipbuilding. In fact, I will follow up the shipbuilding. Means that the shipyards will be idle more often, but that's probably fine.
Believe and accept that there are other souls out there, created by the divine, as we ourselves were. It is our mission, our duty, and our privilege to join with them. A meeting of minds across the stars.
That is a very humanity first, or not humanity first, very servant way of discussing that subject, yeah. Okay, so we want... Not ring is space, colony is planet. We want to do colony. We want to get some colony habs going. Well, colony hab research going. A little bit of conflict between these two, but we'll just live with it.
Here's what we found.
I'm running this episode a little bit long. I'm going to run it until we get Mike here uncaptured. So I'm not confused why we've got a council that isn't doing anything when I get back.
We'll make our appeal.
I will help them.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
Superior Judith Howell thinks we're trying to steal from the aliens. That is not how we operate. We'd rather trade with them, but... We're also the greedy corporation, so...
Where do you need me? Ready to go.
I suppose if we had boost, we could go for the mining stuff, but... and other things I want to spend boost on at the moment. Okay, there's the LDA, finished at a location. Oh, and we didn't have enough power there to upgrade that to the... Well, I suppose that's the PDA that's not going to be able to upgrade to the LDA, but that's fine.
Offering support.
The people will come to our side.
Things are cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay. So our acquisition ships are starting to get together. So we can go acquire some more metal around, or metal off of Mars. Mars is pretty good for metal, and we're a little short on metal. We're also a little short on volatiles, but we got specific colony ships out for those. Okay, so we're not going to get that one back, that's fine.
Ready for my mission.
Increases per capita GDP increases by just short of, well, 4.76 per one investment point. in India. China, we're getting a better 8.23. Part of that is higher education. Part of that is probably more resource regions in China.
Offering assistance.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are stabilizing.
We've moved the needle.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We transfer, do a resupply, and then join in 61. And then in theory, we could just start taking halves. Oh, at this point, we're going to take them either from the Resistance, or from Humanity First, or Exodus, right? What is our opinion? We got Tolerance Humanity First, we got Tolerance as Exodus, okay. What is the best... Prospecting is going to be this. What's the best metal mine thing? Galaxy. We have it. Okay. In fact, it was the asteroid we claimed. Okay. Vesta 4. I don't think we have the fuel to fly out to Vesta 4. We only got 3 KPS on these guys. Or 30 KPS on these guys. Oh, and I didn't bother to upgrade their weapons either, so they're still running the old missiles. Yeah, and the next best to be able to steal off of is we're not going into the asteroids. It's going to be Doya base. What I might do, I'm not going to steal a base right now. That's what I'm going to do. What I can do is I can get contact, figure out how to get contact with Exodus, and then either we can figure out if it just makes sense to buy it. That probably would piss them off the least. Or figure out how to say sorry after we steal it. Yeah. We can't keep non-aggression pacts with everyone, but if we keep tolerance with everyone who's not like pro-alien, that's going to work pretty well. Right, we don't like the Protectorate, we don't like the Servants, that's fine. We got them both penetrated. No longer in our custody, okay.
Cleaning things up.
And there's our control points back. This reminds me, we got surveillance mission. February 1, and the other one is November. Did someone else delay them? I remember it being like August. Yeah, I think someone else delayed them. Something else delayed them. Or I missed, and one of them... We've got more than 2, and one of them went and came. Although, yeah, I could definitely see someone maybe else jumping them. You know, I'm still going to go ahead and do the ship sacrifice. Breaking all of you off. And then the newish Earth base. When do you finish with your upgrade? 19th of August. Okay, so if we play out one more council action, we can see what this does to the influence. We're up to 7.3 now. Oh, I need a council action. So let me do.
Restoring order.
Anti-satellite test. Okay, nothing we can really do about that. Just did. It done happened.
I will help them.
And yeah, so we went from 7.3 to 8.9. We're going to engage, we're going to auto-resolve, we're going to lose the fight. and then in theory that's delayed them. One's in February. Are they both in February? They're both in February. So, if I remember, in January we'll sacrifice another 2 ships to delay them a little bit more. And then by then, I think we'll have... Yeah, by the time after that, we'll have the fleet ready to go take a swing. We can see how well the particle lances do. But that'll be in the next part, probably.
We've moved the needle.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, so we know that there are alien bases on Earth. And if we really want to piss the aliens off, we can go explode them. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to put the part break in for YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, there'll be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, give me a moment, I'll bring up the schedule so I can remember the order of the series we're currently running. So today we did Terra Invicta. Monday we're going to do Strategic Command, World War I, Call to Arms campaign. Hopefully I don't remember to have the audio working. It was easy enough to make work last time, I just forgot to do it until we were halfway through the 3rd part. But that's what we're going to be playing on Monday. World War I continues. We'll see if we can do better as the Taunt powers. See if we don't lose Russia after all. Tuesday is going to be Victoria 3. Yeah, Victoria 3 is going to be on Tuesday. We're going to try to continue expanding. We got up to about 100 million GDP last time. We'll see how far we can get that up in the next 4 hours playing that on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Shadow Empire. I do need to go update the schedule, but it'll be Shadow Empire on Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be Terra Invicta again. I was hoping to try out the particle cannons today. We've now got them developed. They will be ready to roll out on Thursday, so that's going to be what we're testing early Thursday. If everything goes according to plan, I think we will be able to get the particle cannons to, if not be very good, hopefully be good enough that we can disable some fleets and or blow some fleets up. We've brought we're going to bring missiles along. So if the particle cannons do disarm ships, then we can dump the missiles into them to finish them off. They don't necessarily need to kill. They just need to disarm. And yeah, that's the plan for the next couple days, so I hope you're all enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be streaming this again in 4 days, but I do stream every night. If you've got any comments you want responded to, this is probably the last chance to get them responded to live if you're watching on Twitch. I will leave the stream up for about a minute after I end the YouTube video, both to save the game and to respond to your comments. If you're watching on Twitch or watching on YouTube, feel free to leave comments. I do make a save of this at the end of every stream, so if there's anything you want to see, even though I should have the next part up recorded for you by tomorrow, and this, because of how the recording happens, means I've already recorded the next part for you, hopefully. I can still come back and look at any of the menus if there's anything in specific you want to see. Or if you want to see some state of the world, let me know. I can always make a short video to show you. But with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.